Cool. What is going on, everybody? It's your girl, Ashley, your host with the most, and welcome to another episode of Real Talks with Ash, the real... I can't speak English today, but this is the talk show where we get real candid about real shit. Today, my guest, I love my guest today, okay? Like, she is an award-winning Haitian-Canadian artist known for her powerful, soulful, and electric Afro-Caribbean sound, okay? My girl knows how to move a crowd and get the energy flowing. The stage is her home, and the world is her oyster because all she does is keep elevating. All she does is keep expanding. She won the Best Album of the Year for her debut album, Amoni, at the Kilimanjaro Music Awards. And I know that once I hear, it's Jessie, baby, it's about to be a shutdown. So please, everyone, welcome my guest, Jessie Simmons.
That was a nice
intro. I make you shy.
That was a nice. I'm a shy person, but that was a nice intro. Thank you.
You're welcome. I have to give you your flowers. I always have to give you your flowers.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good today. I'm happy to see you. I'm happy for us to chat. I love how we were gisting a little bit before the camera started turning, before the cameras turned on and stuff. Guys, Jessie is... I met Jessie, I want to say like 5 years ago. It's been like about 5 years. About... I don't remember how we met, but it was something music, something art related.
Right.
But I think she's the one. You came up to me. I remember you coming up to me and saying something like, "You're amazing," like something like that. Like, and I was like, "Oh, I'm kind of shy too." It's hard to believe, but I'm actually pretty shy. I don't like being put on the spot. Unless I put myself there. Yeah, I don't like being put on the spot unless I put myself there. But Jessie put me on the spot. She's like, "You're awesome." And then over the years, Jessie would just keep like saying my name in rooms like and stuff like that. Like a lot of my hosting gigs, people come back and be like, "It's Jessie. She recommended you." And I'm like, so welcome to the show, my girl.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's such an honor.
I'm honored. I'm honored. Thank you for saying yes. So how's life? How's life, basically?
Life is, life.
Life is life.
But I'm happy. I'm blessed to still be here. I feel like, with everything happening in life, everything is a lesson. Everything is a path to something greater, to learn something, So it's always for a reason, So I'm grateful overall.
Amen to that. Amen to that. I feel the same way. I'm definitely in a space of gratitude, of just being like reconnaissant about everything that's going good in my life. Things are shitty, but things are great too. So I hear you on that. We're on the same page with that. So how I like to flow the show. See what I did there? I like to flow in the show. I like to start off with hot topics just to kind of like, casually.
Okay.
Okay. So we have to talk our ish a little bit. Yeah. I tried my best, but I feel like I got a good handle. So, how do you feel? The first one is, how do you feel about like Haitian artists and even influencers taking over mainstream music as of late? Because one thing you're really good at is like spotlighting your heritage and like putting that at the forefront and letting everyone know IT. That's where I'm from, and I rep it proudly. So, how do you feel about, the influx? Because I feel like, Joël doit filer. Madonna was literally jamming to Cat Campé on TikTok. Karimi just won. I think they won, the Legacy Honor Awards at the Caribbean Music Awards. Even Friday, dropping all these. So, how do you feel? Oh, and even, influencers, too. Jessie Woo has always been, a very prominent voice. And Shelly from Love Island is also Haitian.
Oh.
She was one of the hosts at the Caribbean Music Awards, actually.
Wow.
Yeah. So how do you feel about the influx of...
Honestly, I'm really proud. I feel like it's about time, especially for Haitian music. There was always the potential for it to become mainstream, but it's just how do we do it? You know what I mean? Because for me, Haitian music is such a beautiful compa, I should say, is such a beautiful music genre. This year it turned 70. So it's and to see the evolution of it, of because compa came from salsa, you know what I mean? And then merengue, and then they created that sound.
I can hear it. That makes a lot of sense.
So shout out to Nemo Jean-Baptiste for that. And then to hear how it evolved in the generations, and how you can hear the difference between American compa and Montreal compa and Paris and all that stuff, like, you know, just like overall. And then like you hear like Friday who incorporates it in his music and then like makes it mainstream, and like how like Joe Philly just like took Cat Coffee and just never seen that in my life before.
Listen,
never seen in my life, but I was extremely proud because I'm like exactly
when that song dropped, I don't know, it was like a cultural shift. I don't know how to explain it, like, because it affected
shook the world.
Cat Coffee. I'm like, everyone's from white, black, Asian, everybody jamming the song. So,
everybody.
Yeah, it was. I feel like it was definitely like you said, exactly. Like, you know what I mean? Compa, Creole music has always been, like you said, it's influenced by like Spanish music, merengue, like you said, all of that. So like, I just think it's beautiful to see Black culture at the forefront in general. But Haiti as at the forefront like this, I think it's phenomenal. I grew up with Haitian folk. I grew up in Montreal, so all my Black friends were Haitian. So like, but I agree. I think it's like beautiful to see, and it's beautiful that we're alive to see it. You know, I think we're alive to see it, man. Thank God for that. So the second hot topic that I have, I don't know if you heard about this, but I've been like, I've been tapped into this. Did you hear about the school in Jamaica that banned baby hairs?
Yes, I saw that.
You saw that, right?
I saw that.
Hold on, let me read the caption real quick.
I saw that.
Because I was like, when I saw the post, I was like, oh, this is probably like some white people like just doing what they do.
Jamaica.
I
feel like that's pretty deep. That's pretty deep. I didn't look too much into it to know like, okay, but like why? Because that's very deep. But like, it was never that serious.
It was never that serious. And the caption was, I think that, what is the name of the school? The school is called St. Andrew's High School for Girls, and I believe it's in Kingston. In Kingston. And the caption said, reminder students, please be advised that the wearing of edges is now officially banned on campus.
Wow.
Remember, curtains belong in the house, not on foreheads.
That is insane.
Let's keep our looks neat and school ready. We appreciate your cooperation in upholding our standards of excellence as we continue honoring the legacy and inspiring the future.
Respectfully, I would have changed schools.
No, me too.
Like, what do you mean?
And
what do you mean?
Mind you, the principal of the school has bright pink hair.
So like, how am I supposed to take you serious?
Like, you have to see this.
How am I supposed to take you serious? I can't put edges, but you can come looking like
with a pink afro, a hot pink one at that.
Talking about you want to raise Black excellence and like
it's magenta.
It was never that serious.
It was never that serious. I don't know, man. It's kind of anti-Black, if you ask me.
It really is.
It feels kind of anti-Black, and I just thought I would bring it. I just thought it was funny because I've been like kind of tapped in. Like me, I'm chronically online for the right reasons. I'm actually not doom scrolling bullshit. I'm doing a lot better at that. But yeah, like I've been watching it. I'm like, that's kind of anti-Black, is it not? Like, what do baby hairs have to do with you passing math class? I don't understand the correlation. What is so distracting? Oh, please, it's a school for girls. Like, anyways, but yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. But moving on to the main convo. So like I said when we started during your intro, you are a force to be reckoned with. Like every time I hear you perform, every time I see you on stage, like I can tell that it's your home, you know? And I'm so, again, honored to have you here and to talk to you. Like you're a star in my eyes. You're a superstar in my eyes. So just leaning into our conversation, I want to dive right in. Briefly tell me about your journey as an artist so far.
My goodness.
Yeah.
I've been singing performing since I was like 3 years old. Like I did the music groups in the churches. I did the solo act in church. It's always been in church, you know. And in high school, I was mostly dancing in high school actually. And then there was like this musical, and they were like, "Oh, why don't you try for singing too?" I was like, "Right." Like I just always like put like music with church only. I never really did more than that. And I was like, "Oh, right, let me just, you know, see what that goes." And then I started like doing a lot of musicals like throughout all high school, and that was really fun. I went to music high school festivals as well, called Saint Chante. That was like amazing. I went every single year. And then like with time I was like, hey, I think I want to do this, you know. And then my senior year, they created like this music program. So like for a full semester, you're just music. So you do an album, you go on tour, you're in the studio, everything. And then I was just like, yeah, I see myself doing this. So especially when I got back to school, I was just like, so I'm supposed to go back to class like nothing happened in my life. Like I was like, nah, this is
like my whole life didn't just change. I have to go back.
So I told my mom, I was like, I want to do music. And then she was not opposed to it. She was just like, like in this life, she was like, I just want you to have a backup plan. She was like, just go to school, take something that will help you with music, but go off, So did that.
Thanks, Mom.
And like after high school is when it got real because like, like I always had like a gig because of church or like school. And I was like, oh, I'm in the real world now. So like I got my first like gig with DJ Titus, DJ Rocksteady, and also good. It was like an all age party. I was just like, hey, like, can I like sing? I'm pretty good at singing. So like I sang like this like Carrie Hilson like thingy. And ever since I was just like, just putting myself out there, going on YouTube, everything, and just like putting myself out there. Like a lot of it, like where I'm at today, I had to really sell myself, like I was a promoter for a little bit, like if I promote for you, can I sing, like a lot of that, And then like during the pandemic, it just shifted. I'm like so grateful for the pandemic. Like a lot of people like it shifted life, but for me, it shifted my life because that's when I really realized my value. Because I would be in my room and I would like be like I'm singing the national anthem. I'm like speaking on panels all in my room, and like the amount I'm getting paid for it, I'm like I don't even get paid half of that for actually showing up in person. So I was like, that's insane. People like are seeing my value, and I'm just sitting in my room in a little corner. Most of the time I don't have pants on, like
Yeah.
So I'm just like, oh, it's up. It's up. When we're back outside, it is up. So like immediately like things change, and like I also changed the way I was like navigating the music as well, because I had to sit down with myself and be like, okay, like I love music, I know that I can do music, but now it's time for me to like now it's like how do I want to do this, so it's like I have to change the way I'm doing my thing so that like I'm addressed a certain way, I can get into rooms that I want to be in, all that stuff, you know what I mean? So like
you started embodying it.
Started embodying it, and like I left my label at the time as well. And
you were signed?
Yeah, I was. I was, but it's like, like I always tell my like people like being signed isn't like, unless you're educated, like it's not a big deal. Like all you need is the internet. Honestly, you don't need a label to like push you nowadays. Like it helps, but like, you know what I mean?
Doesn't like being signed to a label just mainly help with like funds? Like production value and stuff like that? Don't they give you like budget like type thing? Like
not for me. Not for me. So it was just like I just felt more stuck in silence more than anything. But they did teach me a lot. I'm grateful for them. But like at some point I was just like, you know what? No offense, but like I don't see any growth with you guys. I was like, everything that I've been doing by myself. So I was like, let me just, remove myself. So so like again, went on YouTube, everything. I started attending a lot of like different like panels, a lot of different conferences of like just learning about the music industry, all that stuff, and like it, again, like using that and applying it to my career and like how I navigate things, how I like contract shows, and like does this show add any value to like where I'm trying to go, like so it's like a lot of stuff like that. So it really changed a lot of how like I navigated like as a Black woman in the music industry as well, because I've caught a lot of blows. Nonsense with men and individuals, so it's just like I had to like really learn to be where I'm at today, because if I listened to people, I would have stopped music. But then I'm like, if I stop music, I stop breathing. Like I literally, like music is literally my life. So it's like I have nothing else if it's not music. So it's like I can't let people take me from what I love,
Yeah, and I hear you. You need a lot of discernment to navigate this industry. That's number one. And I love how, like, every artist story starts, like you said, you started in school, you started in church, and you went to school, and there was the program. Like, I feel like all of that has led up to this moment, too.
Yes.
Like, all of it. And I just think that, like, especially as a Black woman, like you said, like, what's the biggest, like, piece of, I guess, advice I would say you would give to someone navigating from your perspective based on your experience, like based on everything you've been through, even with the men, them, all of that, like.
I really would say my advice would be you need to first invest in yourself. A lot of people, like, I still take singing lessons. There's nothing wrong with like continue to grow your to enhance and grow your craft. Learn the business. Community.
Yeah.
Like there's so much growth and like network opportunities and just like so much that you can do with a community.
Yeah.
And know yourself, know your values, and stick by it. Yeah. It's so easy to get lost in the music industry trying to like fit in a crowd that has nothing to do with who you are, or just trying to like, you know, just trying to fit in, you know what I mean? Like it's so easy to lose yourself. So it's like, know your values and stick to it, you know?
Yeah, facts. That's something that I also carry with me too. I wanted to hear your thought on that, because like that's what I would say if someone asked me for advice. Like, just cross your T's, dot your I's. You have to know your why. That's also very important.
Yes.
Like, even me being in like the media industry, like the way I said, everything that you do leads up to this. Like, even when I was in high school, like I was planning all the talent shows. I performed in all of them. They even called me back after I graduated to come and like perform and all that stuff. Wow. Yeah, and like run the show. And I'm like, there's no one who can do it. Like, I'm done. Wow. I don't go here anymore.
Right.
Yeah, but like, I feel you. Like, cross your T's, dot your I's, know yourself, and like, I feel like you've grown a lot. So, what would you say? Like, what feels different about the Jessie who started and the Jessie today, Jessie now, based on everything?
I would say she found her voice, because it was just, hey, I have a voice, listen to me, you know? It was never like, I was just like, I just wanted to just be on stage, just wanted to do music, and like any opportunity that came at me, I was like, oh my God, this is so cool, boom, I'll take it. But not every opportunity is an opportunity, you know? Like, I got burned so many times with like producers, shows, you know, people that said that they will provide some type of service for me, like, you know, management or something, and they don't, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of that. So it's just basically like I took matters into my own hands. I was just like, I sat down one time with myself and I was like, people are always going to ruin stuff, whatever you like to do in life and whatever you're planning in life. The worst part of it are people.
Yeah, facts.
If you listen to people,
you're screwed, to be honest.
So I was just like, I love and need music. I need to just plan and do it my way. And then I know that once I know what I want to do with this music thing, I know that God's going to place the correct people in my life that can do this work, this journey with me.
Yeah, that's it. That's all. And I feel like if most people had that mindset, like a lot more people would be successful, if that makes sense. Like, a lot more people would be pursuing their dreams without apprehension and stuff like that.
Right.
But like, we listen to people. If I listen to people too, like, we wouldn't be sitting here today. Like, we wouldn't be sitting here. So I hear that. And based off that, like, what do you found your voice. So like, what's inspiring you creatively these days? Like, what is it? Like, is it different from what inspired you before?
I want to say yeah, because like I feel like I have more purpose. Like, I used to just like be in the studio just to be in the studio, but like now it's like, if I have nothing to say, I'm not gonna go to the studio. Like, I think I spent like a whole year last year I was in the studio. I have not been to the studio since last year. I'm going to the studio in like 2 weeks, but I have enough music to release, you know what I mean? But It's like, now like the music that I do, like, it's more like, I want to say based off of life experience that people can like really relate. Like, my album, I really wanted it to be like just that. Like, I want people to be able to find themselves not just in the music but in the lyrics and the story that I'm saying as well, where it's like you can relate to the story, but you can also hear the growth in my artistry as well.
Yes,
you know, that's really what I wanted. So that's what I've been doing like every single time, and I feel like with my growth as well, I've been more open to working with people. We've had like so much pressure of like, you need to write your own songs, you need to have your own this, your own that. There was like 17 people in Beyonce's song. I don't feel bad anymore that 4 people wrote my song with me. Like, you know what I mean?
It's true. The songwriting credits are crazy.
Right? So like, it's like so much pressure. Like, you need to write your own songs and da-da-da-da. And sometimes I just don't know what to say.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's true.
Like, I think of all the songs that I've written.
Why do people get shamed for having songwriters? I don't get it.
It's crazy.
Artists, yeah.
It's crazy. I think I wrote like genuinely, I think like 3 songs like completely by myself. But all of my other songs, like, I've had co-writers all the time. Like Era wrote like basically the whole album with me. Jeff Stannon wrote a lot with me as well. Steady is like basically writing every time I send him a beat. I'm like, oh, let's work on this. He comes back, boom, I'll have a song for you. Thank you.
Thanks. Like literally, thanks.
My dude, thank you. You know, so
like
yeah. So as like I'm really like with this new I guess journey that I'm on, I'm really grateful for community, because like there's been so much growth. Having community, like a lot of people have mentioned my names in rooms, and like the opportunities I'm getting, I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. Like, And like a lot of those times, like, you know, like for example, like having an album or Blues Fest, I was like, I know I can do this. Why can't, like 5 years ago, I was like, why can't I do this? You know?
Why not?
And then like I really sat down and like, you know, like kind of compare it to like the life of Joseph in the Bible, where it's like I just wasn't ready, and that's okay. I wasn't ready, and God was preparing me for that.
Yeah,
you know, so grateful, you know, that it wasn't 10 years ago, that it was now.
Yeah,
my album, I was trying to do an album for the last 10 years, and it never happened. And during the pandemic, I was like, I'm doing an album. I am doing an album by fire, by force. I am doing an album. So it took me 2 years to do my album. And then the minute that like the label at the time confirmed that it's being released, bawled my eyes for like 2 hours.
Ben oui. God is good. God is good. What you said resonated really, really. What you just said about not being ready before and being ready now resonated a lot with me, because that's how I feel too right now.
Yeah.
Like I feel like, because I've started and stopped this podcast twice. And the when I wanted to start it initially, it took me like 2 years or something. I had it written in my notes for maybe like 3, and it took me like 2 years to actually like, I didn't have access to a studio, like I didn't have any of that stuff, so I was doing it on Zoom. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna message everyone and I'm gonna interview them on Zoom and I'm gonna drop them on YouTube, and that's what I did. And then after that I was like, oh, it's so bad. I was just discouraging myself, and then I did it a second time. And I was like, I feel like at that time I was like overcompensating. Je voulais aller à Montréal. I wanted to go to Toronto. I wanted to do a bunch of stuff, and like too much at once. So like I don't feel like I was ready. I wasn't mentally prepared to like take this on fully. Like I didn't have the discernment, and I wasn't even really sure why I wanted to do it, or like I just know I really wanted to do it, and I needed to figure out my why needed to be more clear. And now I feel that way, and I'm thankful that I do now. Like, I feel like I have the skills and the tools. I'm equipped now. Like, I can.
And I feel like people really underestimate the why. Like, you can want something as much as you want, but like until you don't have an actual why, you're doing it for no reason. And also, like, once you have your why, like, also, like, when they say, like, do it with your heart or just don't do it at all.
Yeah.
You know, there's that as well. Like, there's like all these things come into play. You know, so it's like I'm happy for you, and like I've witnessed your. I know this is my interview, but you know me. I'm also gonna speak life into you. But like it's like I'm proud of you, because it's like for the last 5 years I've seen your growth, and I've seen it. You know, like you're the one to call now when big stars are coming and like they need somebody to do the interview. You're the one to call now. What?
I can't believe it.
Like.
No, we working.
You out here, like you're the one to call now. You know, you're the one that's doing like the interviews now at like big events now. You're that girl.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Thank you.
And it's like if you had doubts like 5 years ago and like you weren't sure, all the past and everything you've been through brought you to today and beyond of what's gonna come for you. So period.
Amen. Thank you, girl. Thank you. Oh, you're gonna make me cry today. What the heck? Oh, that was really nice. Thanks, girl. I really appreciate that. God bless you. So. Since we're getting a little bit personal, like I said before, like you're my friend in real life and we do talk, okay? So I just want to say that you've been very open online about like your health journey so far, like sharing your fitness achievements, managing your PCOS, like, and just focusing on you. So what would you say like sparked all of that? And like, yeah, what would you say sparked it?
Like I've always been like not like a fitness person, but I've always been like, you know, good health, whatever. And then, you know, birth control and then stress and all that stuff. And I just started gaining weight and I was like, what is going on? And then the doctor was like, oh, it's nothing. Just change the way you eat. Ma'am, I'm not doing anything for it to be this bad, you know? So with time, finally, like when I got off birth control, finally got diagnosed with PCOS, whatever. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense, you know? So it's like, I'm trying, because I used to go to the gym like 6 times a week, do like those like high intensity workouts.
Like those HIIT workouts.
Yeah, like I used to do that all the time. And then like, but you know, like if you put stress with stress, like you're not helping yourself, you know what I mean? So, and I was a person, I used to live in stress. Like I was stressed. I would wear my stress. It was so bad. And then I've been trying to like lose weight on and off for the last 5 years. And then in January, I had like a lot of anxiety throughout the 5 years, like randomly just developed anxiety. And in January of 2025, I had the biggest panic attack of my life. Like it was like an out body experience. And I was just like, I don't want to feel like that ever again. Like it was literally, I saw myself freaking out and I couldn't do anything. And I called my mom and I was like, my mom's like where I was with my friends, but I didn't feel unsafe. I was just, you know, and I just didn't recognize myself anymore. And I was like, I don't want to feel like that anymore. So one day my friend was like, let's go to the gym. And I'm like, I've been going to the gym on and off trying, and it's not working. I'm tired of the gym. I don't want to see the gym. So I went to the gym and I just went on the treadmill, just walking. And then what I noticed was that I wasn't sad. And then I kept chasing that feeling of not being sad anymore.
That part.
So then that's how it started in January, where I started going to the gym. Just to not feel like that, not to feel anxiety ever again.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm still anxious here and there, but like panic attack has not happened since. So I was celebrating that. I was like, oh, it's been a week. I haven't been sad. It's been 2 weeks now. I haven't been sad. I haven't felt anxious in 3 weeks now. You know, so just on and on and on and on. And then I started like trying to okay, like maybe let me try to see if I can like manage the PCOS and stuff. So like I started like being more intentional with what I'm eating. I started being more intentional with my sleeping, managing my stress, going to my doctor and like, you know, consulting like, okay, like what can we do?
Yeah.
And then I started losing weight and like I posted more like on my private page because I was like, I don't really want to talk about this with people. But then like people are like, oh my God, like you're inspiring, da 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 da. So I was like, okay, so sometimes I post like my public page, I'm like, okay, here, and like I run back to my private page. But like but it's been a journey. I'm grateful because it's been really, really hard.
Yeah.
Like before, like the weight loss and everything, I just did not recognize myself. Like mentally, physically, just did not recognize myself anymore, and it was just very discouraging. So like, you know, like to be able to like find my voice again, I'm able to wear my confidence again. Like, you know, it's like it's refreshing. It's a breath of fresh air. So that's where I came up with like 220 summer. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, it's like, you know, it's like, you know, it's like, yeah, you know, like dress however you want, but like mainly like 220 summer for me is just like, you know, like wearing your confidence and finding your voice again. Cause like, it was like a long journey, and like to hear people say like, hey, like you look happy. Like, hey, you look good. Yeah. And I was like, I am happy, you know? So I was like, thank you.
Good. Yeah, you look good. I'm very, very proud of you too. Like when I see your stories and stuff, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go to the gym today. Like, it's very motivating. And I did some like research on PCOS because I know the only one real fact I know is that there's no cure for it. No. There's no cure for it. So I went on, Alberta Women's Health Foundation. A lot of women are suffering in silence because there's like a lack of resources, education, and support for women suffering the effects of PCOS. And then they had like stats on the website. It says, I just copy pasted from the site, but it says it is estimated that PCOS affects 8 to 13% of women of reproductive age. So as many as 1.4 million Canadian women may be afflicted with PCOS. In their survey, 9% of self-identified women reported experiencing PCOS, and like many other women's health issues, diagnostic delays and dismissal have affected many women with PCOS. In one study, over 1/3 of respondents waited more than 2 years, and 41% saw 3 or more doctors before attaining like a proper diagnosis. Yeah. Like that's crazy, man. Like
basically, and it's like, for me, it's like I have insulin resistance, so it's like, it makes sense where like I would starve myself. Like, I think I did months I didn't eat meat, and, like, I'm eating, like, properly, and, like, not a single pound. But then as soon as I breathe, I gain 10 pounds. And I'm like...
not as soon as I breathe.
I was like, that doesn't make sense, you know? So it was, like, so discouraging. So I go to the doctor, I'm like, something is wrong. Something is wrong. Yeah. Like, you know? And they'd be like, no, just... blah, blah, blah. And I'm like... I'd be like, during the pandemic, I would go walking for 2 hours, and then I would be working out for another, like, 3 hours. I was literally killing myself trying to lose weight. And then I found this page on Instagram, and also like this influencer Candace, and like I want like PCOS sisters.
Yeah, I know Candace. Like that. Yeah, I know Candace.
And then I was just like, okay, so I was like, okay, let's try low impact workouts. Let's try that. And I was like, okay, what? And I don't eat like rice and stuff, so it's like I just like, okay, let me just like, you know, be more intentional. Like I would like also like not eat, so that's like because like I wasn't hungry because I was stressed. So I was making myself eat, like having like proper meals, bedtime, like I don't play about that. So I was like, let me like sleep at a time that makes sense, you know. And then like I need to like make time for the gym. So I was like, the gym, I was like, well, you know, being an entrepreneur, my afternoons and evenings are always unpredictable. So I was like, let me just pick a time that like it's an appointment with myself that I cannot skip. So I go in the mornings.
Yeah.
Every morning I've been doing that. And like, and it was important for me because I'm like, you know, like when you have to clock in for work, you make sure you need to do everything. You clock in for work.
Facts.
When you have an appointment for whatever,
Facts.
like when you have to show up for whatever, for everything else, you make sure that you get there on time.
Make sure.
Why can't I do that for myself? So I was like, you know, like, what are you doing for yourself? You know, to like prepare yourself for that day. So like for me, like making it the first appointment of the day, being with myself, it helps me navigate my day better too.
Yeah.
You know, so it's
Start
like
your day with energy.
yeah,
Kind of thing.
and it's just like it's just so rewarding as well. So it's like you know, the gym has just like literally changed my life. PCOS, like I'm managing it. You know, like I'm not letting it win. And like I'm really grateful for like all the people that are like messaging me, sending me messages, like saying thank you for posting this, that, and the third. I'm no doctor, no professional. I literally went on ChatGPT and I was like, help me. And ChatGPT has given me a workout
That's real as
plan.
fun.
No, literally. ChatGPT gave me a workout plan and like the foods I'm supposed to eat.
Shout
and
out
I just been
ChatGPT.
literally, me and her go together real bad.
Real bad.
Real bad.
So bad.
She gave me like a whole plan. I've been doing that plan since January. And like the foods
And it's
that I'm
working.
eating, and it's working. And don't get me wrong, I still have a burger here and there, like, you know, but it's like I'm not eating.
Don't
like,
deprive yourself.
I mean,
but-
especially when I have my period. I don't recognize myself. I do not recognize myself. Like honestly,
Feral. Said feral.
like I've like if I could like vlog myself, so we can just show me who I am. I'd be like, for real.
That
Like,
would be
I don't know that woman.
outside looking in.
Literally, I was like, I do not know who that woman is.
That's hilarious. Girl, I feel you, but I'm so happy and I'm so proud of you for
Thank
like
you.
keeping at it. So like based off that, what have you learned the most about self-discipline and self-love through this transformation?
Ooh, what I've learned, honestly, I would say there's a lot of beauty in it, and it really helps you navigate life differently.
Yeah.
Having self-love and discipline has really helped me navigate the rest of my day and like other areas of my life so much better.
Yeah.
You know, where I would like, you know, at work, for example, it's like if I'm like pissed off about something, what would piss me off, I'm just like, it's okay. I'm like, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like because I feel like I've took care of myself, so I'm good to tackle anything else, and I'm so grateful for that. You know what I mean? Like it just taking care of myself has been the most rewarding thing. Like fitness have been the best love story I've written to myself because of how I can navigate everything else in life.
Yeah. And do you feel like you're reconnecting with parts of yourself that like you're reconnecting with old parts of yourself and like meeting new parts of yourself too?
Absolutely. I am literally, you know, meeting that little girl that never really got to finish her story. I am meeting the Jessie from 10 years ago that, you know, life, like, just lifed her.
Yeah.
And just discovering who I am as well, like, as a 30-something-year-old woman now, you know? So it's like...
You've
it's
grown.
just, you know, I'm grown.
Grown.
And it's really beautiful to it's really beautiful just to like navigate that. So I'm really grateful.
Okay. I'm really happy to hear that. And I feel like when you go through like transitional phases, it always forces you to like meet old versions of yourself. Like I'm going through that now too, especially with motherhood and everything. Like I'm feeling grief all over again. Like all the grief that I thought I had dealt with from my mother has like resurfaced, plus the motherhood, plus the me mourning the old versions of myself. But I said this yesterday. I'm really grateful for those moments though, because they force you to face things. Like they force you to face yourself, past versions of yourself that are like unhealed, all that stuff. So like I'm really grateful.
Girl, I'm in therapy.
Listen.
Shout out to my therapist.
Shout out to you, sir or ma'am. Sir, ma'am?
Ma'am.
Shout out to you, ma'am. Shout out to you. And you've overcome a lot lately, Jessie. So what excites you the most about this new chapter?
Happiness. I feel like I haven't felt genuine happiness in a very long time. And life is beautiful, you know, like there's so much happening in life you know, like unfortunate things happening in the world. But God is good.
Amen.
God is really good. And just to be able to see another day, to show up for yourself, to me, it's just beautiful.
Why am I like getting emotional? Why am I actually getting emotional? You guys will not One thing I'll never do is cry on the internet.
Ooh, for real.
No shame, no shade to the people who pick up their camera, but like, I'm so sorry. Like, I was talking to Axel.
My guy.
I was talking to Axel. He's like, that was a choice. You picked up your camera, you hit record, the tears were already falling.
You really went angle,
lighting. I'm sorry, guys. You guys will never see me cry on the internet, but I'm very touched by everything that you just said. Like, this conversation has been great so far, and it's laid the groundwork for our next segment. I like to do little segments on this show. We're almost done, actually, by the way. I know. But the next segment is called Let's Be Real. So basically, we get real about one topic that people feel that we feel like people aren't honest enough about, whether it's personal, cultural, industry related. The goal is just to spark vulnerability and have like a real honest convo.
Okay.
So I got one. Let's be real. What's one thing about healing and transformation that people sugarcoat, but you know the truth? I got one, but I'll let you go first.
Ooh, okay. I feel like, actually, my sister told me this the other day. She's like, "You talking about healing? You're still loud about it. Are you actually healing, or like, are you actually sad or not?" Like,
yeah.
And I was like, "Ooh, okay." So it's like, you know, like, just be
honest. On the
honest.
spot.
It's like she's like, "Are you actually healing, or are you just posting it to tell people that you're healing? Like, let's be real." And I was like, "Ooh, okay." So then I was like, okay, am I healing? I was like, now you got me questioning my shit. But yeah, I would say, like, you know, like, about like healing doesn't always have to be vocal. You know, you don't always have to post about it.
Yeah.
You know, just.
Yeah, that's true. I agree. I feel like the one thing people sugarcoat though is that it's easy.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Healing is hard. Everything about it is difficult.
You'll have your happy days, you'll have your low days, you know, but the lows, oof.
Yeah.
The lows.
Like, there's so much toxic positivity online, and just like all these like healing and self-love and self-help, like all these things are becoming gimmicky because people are like lying about what really
people
goes
are
into
lying.
it.
Go to therapy.
They're lying.
They're like, go to therapy. Like, you're not even like, you know what I mean?
Like, you guys are all liars.
Go to freaking therapy. Like, you're not even like, don't piss me off.
Don't piss me off. Like, you went to the gym once. You read a self-help book once, and now you're healed. Please go to therapy.
With your stupid ass podcast. Like ugh. I swear, like, don't piss me off.
Don't piss me off. So like, that's my like take on that, because like I feel like healing and stuff has become, I hate to say it's become like a buzzword, you know, like when I go online and I see all these, I'm a self-help coach and I'm a this coach and I'm a life coach. I'm like, really? What have you gone through?
Off of what?
Off of what? Like, what did you do? I need to, like, if I ever in my life hit up a life coach, like, I need to know your background story. Like, I need to know your origin story. Like, I only trust someone who's been a villain to be my life coach.
No, for real. Because if everything was just like fairy tales and butterflies for you, like, respectfully, you know nothing about life.
Respectfully, you know nothing about life. Like Donald Trump, I got a small loan of $1 million from my dad. I know the struggle. I went through it. No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Like, don't piss me off.
Yeah, for real. But Jessie, it's been real. Thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, anytime. You're welcome back anytime. Oh, do you want to plug the people in?
Oh yeah. Okay. I have a new song coming out on next Wednesday. I mean, by the time this podcast comes out, it'll be out. So, go stream "Dream" by Jessie Simmons featuring Say Fidelia, and stream my album "Amoni." And shout out to all my students. I love you guys so much. And yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Real Talks with Ash. Before I close out the episode, I just want to give a really huge shout out to Selfie Room. Without them, this episode would not be possible. But again, thank you for tuning in. Like, share, comment, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, all that good stuff. And until next time, it's been real.